everybody that's coming in. Welcome to Gbutterfly TV, and let me know where you're watching me from. Hey, wait a minute. I know that profile picture. How you doing? If this is your first time coming over to Gbutterfly TV, I always try to welcome everybody in. I try to call everybody by name if I can. Okay, Texas. And I have a list of topics. When you come to Gbutterfly TV, we have topics that we talk about. I actually go down the list of my topics. Encourage the people in the chat to comment on the topics. If I catch some of your comments, we're going to talk back and forth, and then we're just going to keep it moving to the next topic. I don't hold you long over here. Y'all are in my normal lives. When I tell you Georgia and New York, they be in my chat real heavy over here. Y'all didn't let all your Florida friends, Virginia friends, let them know about Gbutterfly TV. You know what you really can do? You can go right now and share out my videos. Share out this live to about 5 or 10 of your friends on TikTok or right now, and it'll only take you about 2 seconds. Jump over, tap, send it out to everybody, let them know Gbutterfly's on so they can come on over here and have a good time with you. You don't want to be over here having a good time by yourself. 10 days without gas, it doesn't appear that you're making any effort to restore the service. This is a weird comment. And that profile picture looked like the comment. I'm going to leave that like that. If you've been in my chat before, and when we have comments that go all the way to the left that have absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about, let them know what might potentially happen if you've been in my chat before. I might have all brand new people right now. But if you've been in my chat before, let them know what could potentially happen if they try to take the chat in a different direction. Hello, how are you? Love your hat. Thank you. I got this hat when I was on vacation in Mexico. I thought it was such a cute hat. And it's just been sitting in my closet. Like I said, I bought it when I was on vacation. I think I wore it one time. Let the truth be told. Amen, Mr. Wright. And if you can see, I can turn around a little bit where you can see it a little bit better. I got it because it was so colorful and pretty, and it had pretty butterflies on it. You saw how I just had to put that guy on mute. At least I assumed it was a guy. Sometime when they get on here and they get to saying foolish stuff, we don't deal with that. Immediately, they go on mute. And if I feel like it, I'll boop. They get a blessed block over here on Gbutterfly TV. And I can assume nobody is in my chat right now that's normally here. I normally have the same people every single day. And they know that when the people come in the chat and don't act right, I give them a blessed block real quick. I got a strong block gang. Boo, because I'm not going to have food. All right, who's saying, oh my? Who is that? I am no one. Oh, I am no one. They started off on the wrong side. But I had to just get them together real quick. I don't even remember the name. They just have a, you'll probably be able to tell. If you go back and read the comments, you'll see who I had to give a block to. Okay, so I did say it right, LaRon. I try to always make a point to say people's name right because I want them to say my name right because my real name is unique. It's not unique, but I'm just saying it's a unique name. And sometimes people just can't say it right. And so I always make a point to try to say everyone's name right. Thank you. You love my hat. Thanks a lot. I picked it up in Mexico when I was on vacation. I think I got it about 2 years ago, matter of fact. Georgia, living in Texas. See, didn't I tell y'all that the Georgia folks be over here in my chat all the time? The Mexican on my job had one. What didn't that mean the Mexican on your job had good taste? Because this is cute. So let your coworker know, the one that's on your job. When you go back to work tomorrow, let them know, damn, you got good taste. Because if they had one like this and they can rock it like this, they all right. Is if we're on a topic, try not to throw stuff in the chat that's going to try to take this conversation in a whole nother direction. We do that on our own, but I don't want nobody in the chat throwing off the chat. We want to try to stay on task and on topic, okay? This one is really sad. It really, really is. My heart just goes out to all of the people that are affected by this. Thousands are dead after an earthquake struck Turkey and Syria on Monday. The earthquake measured a 7.8 on the Richter scale, and buildings collapsed in both countries. Northwestern Syria, where more than 4 million people live, were already relying on humanitarian assistance. The freezing weather conditions are endangering survivors and complicating the rescue effort. Per the CNN website, more than 100 aftershocks have struck the region. The earthquake is the strongest to hit the area in more than 100 years. The International Rescue Committee, or the IRC, is appealing for critical funds and life-saving support before it's too late. The IRC will support partners and provide essential health services and safe spaces for women and children affected by this catastrophic earthquake. And I think about the hurricanes, tropical storms, and floods that we have in this area and know that the devastation those residents are facing right now. trying to rebuild when there's almost nothing left to rebuild with. It pulls on your heartstrings when you see the elderly and the children. So let's just keep them in our prayers. Because when I saw some of the pictures online today of the people that were affected by this earthquake, you can just see the despair in their face. You can just see the sadness. And it was just heartbreaking to look at that. And I read where they said that they want to find a safe space for women and children. I say, and that just lets you know how sometimes men just be kicked to the side because men, women, and children were affected by this earthquake, not just women and children. But there's making space for women and children. I say, but what about the men? And I thought that was horrible. Well, I just thought that was horrible. What do y'all think about that in the chat? Is this the Superfly reboot? It can be. It can be. You would have to know Gbutterfly. I have all type of styles and different things I like to do. So you might not see the same. I might bust up in here tomorrow with a baseball hat turned to the back. So if this is your first time on this channel, you'll know that my hairdo is now different. It was different last week. I dress different all the time. It just depends. You know what? Who want to stay in the same vein with the same thing every day, every day? I like to switch up and do something different. Because if you go to a TV show, don't you see the people looking different every single day? So I got to do something different over here on Gbutterfly TV. Now, I might not switch it up with a hat like this every day, but I'm going to do something different. I might just have on cute butterfly earrings one day. Who knows? You like it? Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We did. Yes, I agree. All humans need to be saved. All lives are important. I absolutely agree with you on that. But like I said, when I saw the faces of the women and the men and the elderly, and I'm just thinking, they've lived their entire life, and now at such a mature age, their life has been turned upside down. So can you imagine what they must be feeling? Let's just say they were living in a house and everything they've had their entire life and worked hard for, memories, is just gone in a drop of a dime. And now they need to figure out where they're going to live, how they're going to eat, where they're going to go. Many people are dead, so their family members could have been killed in this earthquake. And just to see their faces, it was just like a blank, empty look on so many of their faces. And that was just so heartbreaking. I gotta see what hat shows up tomorrow. Now, it's not a guarantee that I'm gonna wear a hat tomorrow. I just decided to do a little something today. But depending on if I wrap it in it, because you would have to see my hair is wrapped. But if it don't look right tomorrow, I'll be gonna put a baseball hat. I am known for putting a baseball hat on. I'm a baseball hat and tennis shoe girl. So I may have a baseball hat to the back, to the front. Who knows? But if you go on my TikTok and go to my profile page, you'll see I made a couple of videos with baseball hats. Oh, wait, so tragic and unfortunate. Yes, it really is. It really is. Thousands were dead. And just imagine how we feel here. I'm going to say we from the Houston area. From the Galveston, Houston area, when we have a hurricane. Do you know how that just turns our life upside down? So just imagine a earthquake that was the worst they've had in 100 years. And thousands are killed. If we have something like that here, we might get a couple of hundred, if that many, to die during a hurricane. But can you imagine thousands of people dying at one time? So sad. Oh my God, I just hate to even think about it. Just great, a lovely day. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. I want everybody to have a good day because I have a good day every day. No matter what go on, I have a good day because I choose to. I get to see your charming and witty soul. Okay, well, good. You need to make sure you come back every day. I couldn't even imagine the earthquake. My brain will be rattled. I couldn't imagine either. I could not imagine either. You just walking, doing your thing, and everything under you just start doing that. I would be terrified. I'll be terrified. And it's just so sad for everybody that's involved. But there was a baby just born that didn't find them. Oh, I didn't hear that. Brown sugar. That's sad. Oh, my God. That is so sad. That's sad. Ooh, that make me sad. Can you imagine the mom could be dead somewhere? Go ahead, bossy. I'm not being bossy. I'm trying to get y'all to let other people know we have a good time over here on Gbutterfly TV. And why would you hold that back from somebody else? You need to let them know, man, we be just chilling and having a blast over there. You better come on over. You better come on. That's what you need to tell them. They better come on over here. You liking to look good. Thank you. I thought, like I said, I bought this hat on vacation about 2 years ago. So I decided to throw it on and just do something a little different tonight. Super Bowl snacks. Let me know, what are your must-haves, not most, what are your must-haves for your Super Bowl snacks? And what are your must-have drinks for your Super Bowl party? So it's layered dips and hot wings. Ooh, you know what? I like that layered dip. I haven't made it in a very long time. Wings, margaritas, beer, bacon wrapped jalapenos. Oh yeah, bacon wrapped jalapenos are good. I like that. Wings and ginger ale. Okay. So do you like that flavored ginger ale? You know around Christmas they come out with a cranberry. I've seen a grape ginger ale, Camry, nachos. Oh yeah, everybody love nachos. Now I like Stella Rosa, ribs, wine, and angel eggs. Okay, that's good. Angel eggs, pig feet and chitlins and moonshine. All right, country, I hear you. Now the chitlins, I can meet you on that one. Stella Rosa mixed Sprite. Hey, can you tell her London is watching Stella? Stella Rosa mixed with Sprite is really good. Hey, London. I love Stella Rosa. The peach, the red, the Stella Rosa black. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Love it. I got a couple of bottles downstairs. Love the flavored ginger ale. Oh, you do? Okay. I was wondering, I know, like I said, around the holidays, I see the cranberry ginger ale. I don't see it any other time of year except around the holidays. All right, so we got wings, ribs, chitlins, pig feet, nachos, peppers. We got devil eggs. Oh, no, angel eggs. So we got a little variety. Anybody else got anything else they really like to eat around Super Bowl time? L.E.L. Boogie. Thanks for coming back. Let us know what you like to eat for Super Bowl at the Super Bowl party. I know some people like to do gumbo, egg roll, flies on, lemon pepper wings, and hot toddies. Ooh, hot toddies. You sick? But I love with lemon pepper wings. Love them. It's the lips for me. Oh, y'all like this lipstick? This is I forgot the name of it. It's something red by Posner. This is Melody Holt's lipstick. And actually I just put a little bit on my lip. The color, the red that she had, I don't feel like getting up to go run and get it. You know what I am? It's right here. Let me tell y'all, just in case you want to go get some lipstick, let me tell you which one to get. Tell you. Now, if you look at Love and Marriage Huntsville on her own channel, Melody Holt has her own lipstick line by Posner. And this is called, I think it's Fire, as a matter of fact. Ooh, look, I don't have my readers on. You know when you get older, you got to hold it way over here to try to see it. I think it's called Fire. It's a real pretty red. Now, for you men out there, you probably don't even care. But for the ladies out there, if you want a really good red lipstick, this'll do it. And it stays on a long time. And I just put a little, I just barely hit my lips before I set on the camera because I didn't want to look all basic in the face right now. I said, let me put something on to kind of match this shirt. But if I would have really put this lipstick on, this is a very pretty red. So if you think about it, check it out. It's Posner. The Melody Holt. I like it. I bought two. I bought another one that was like a burgundy color, and I really like that one too. But I can't remember where I put it. I don't know. It's probably in a purse, another purse I didn't use and stuck back in the closet. But yeah, I like this red. Let's see. Not a fan of her. No thanks. Where are you from, young lady? I'm actually in Houston, Texas. So you're not a fan of her? So that's why you wouldn't buy her lipstick? Okay. But I'm telling you, the lipstick is well moisturized. It doesn't dry out your lips. I like it. Like I say, I like it. Not till the next morning. Let's see. Somebody say not till the next morning. I like buffalo wings. Yeah, a lot of people like buffalo wings. I don't care for hot wings. I like wings. I like tequila lime wings and I like lemon pepper wings. Those are like my absolute favorite. But I don't like the ones that are hot. I don't care for hot wings. Anybody else? What do you really like for y'all ready for me to go to the next topic? I just wanted to know what everybody was eating for Super Bowl. Eating and drinking. Only thing I saw was margaritas and Stella Rosa. That's how y'all drinking margaritas and Stella Rosa? I know somebody out there drinking a Bud Light. Like me, I might be doing that. A Bud Light or Modelo. We might be doing a Modelo too. Modelo, yep. I love Modelo. And now I see Modelo got a Modelo Gold. It's supposed to be a light. The chicken sliders or Hawaiian rolls. Now, I like chicken sliders, but I don't like Hawaiian rolls. I don't like the sweet bread taste. I like, is that Dos Equis? Crystal, is that the one you're talking about when you said the SXXX? Is that the Dos X, how you say that? Where the man be sitting there on and then it looked like he had like two little ladies sitting by him. Okay, I haven't had that before, but I like Heineken. So I can take a Bud Light or a Heineken, but they gotta be ice cold. And a Modelo. Them three, they gotta be ice cold for me to drink them. Aaron, I'm glad you back. Glad you back. All right. I can tell you're a stylist. You better know it all the time. All the time. Now, the first topic I had, it made you sad. I know. This fits to make you just weep and cry and want to fall out your chair. I already know. I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I drink Dos Equis. Okay. Now, get ready. Hold on to your shirt like this because you're going to have to hold yourself together when I tell you this. One person won a $745 million Powerball. One person. And if you're sitting here watching me, like I'm watching you, it wasn't us. It wasn't us. But one person won $1 million here in Houston. They bought their ticket at the HEB and on Ballet at Highway 6. One person hit $1 million here in Houston. So I say that's pretty good. But now the person who won the $754 million to take home one lump pay, $400 million. So what would you do? In the chat, I need y'all to tell me this now. What would you do if you actually hit the lottery? Who would you tell? And would you continue to go to work? Hey, you loving my head? Thank you. I bought it when I went on vacation about 2 years ago. I bought it on vacation. It is so cute. Let's see if I can get a good look. Oh, I feel like I kind of twist my hip a little bit. I thought y'all cracked myself up. I did a little twist and hurt my hip. Okay, I would do it anonymously. Okay, you a smooth diva. If you work now, I probably got people in here who don't work, so just let me know. What would you do? I have to let my daughter claim it so I don't lose my Social Security. And I sure would. I wouldn't tell a soul, buy me a big crib, and yes, I would go to work and tell them to kiss my ass. I know that's right. She'll tell some prim and proper say they'll tell their children. I would go piss on everybody at boss's desk. You're worse than a man who they put in jail here in Houston for pissing in everybody's water bottle on the desk. I wouldn't tell nobody. Yes, work a couple of months. I'll buy all leg. What you talking about, Artist Dudley? I buy all leg. What you mean? And give back to the poor. Yeah, I think when people come into a blessing like that, they should help others because you're blessed to be a blessing. So if I came into a lot of money like that, I know for a fact I would really help people that I know need the help. 400 million, I'm going to go crazy. I would tell the world I would take care of my family. Are you saying that you would go crazy? Or you wouldn't go crazy? Yes. Tell no one. Get lawyers and afterwards take care of kids first, then build a homeless shelter. Okay. Again, doing good with your money by building a homeless shelter. Tell no one. Well, you got to tell someone in case something happened to you. But you just got to be selective on who you tell. And I agree, hire lawyers. And you better hire some security guards. Because somebody going to find out that you won. Better get you some security. Get some security. I send my family a blessing, move off, and put my kids in the finest schools. Definitely put them in the best schools that you can find. I agree with that 100%. I'll probably try to buy acres and acres and acres of land and have a big high fence put around it so people can't just pop over and just enjoy life. Mom's the word. I know that's right. Be on hush mouth. Motorcycle, where you been? Form my own army. Ooh, damn. He said form his own army. I was just about to say I'm buying some land for sure. Yeah, buy a whole lot of land, which is hard to find, especially here in Houston, because, we in Brick City. I will go bet 10% red 16. Okay, going straight to the gambling shack, huh? If you from the South, you didn't heard of the gambling shack. I'll buy a compound and grow an orchard and live a quiet life off the grid. Oh, that would sound like that would be kind of cool. Laughing. Somebody over there laughing. Why y'all laughing? Because I was asking Dudley what he was talking about. Got my phone took, had to pay the police to get it back. Motorcycle. I told you quit acting up in that prison. I need you to do the right thing in prison because you my contact. In prison, you my contact to go from cell block to cell block to cell block to let everybody know they need to be watching Gbutterfly TV. I know they probably give y'all one TV per floor. So they give you one TV. Maybe y'all can get one person who then smuggled their phone in there to what do you call it, smart cast to the TV, and then everybody can watch Gbutterfly TV. I'm telling you, I'm gonna need you back on your game, motorcycle. You got to hold the prison people down and let them know that I'm on. I need you back on it. Motorcycle went outside and left it on the bed. What I told motorcycle? We talked about this 2 weeks ago. Okay, why you look? Here it is right here. Okay, motorcycle. We talked about this 2 weeks ago. Now you had that burner phone. You got the burner phone in the pen. You got to put it under that flat mattress where you sleep so that they can't find it. If you got to go on the yard, if you got to go shower, if you got to go to the mess hall or eat, put it under the mattress, but don't put it right on the edge. You know that mattress real thin, so it's going to show. It's going to lift that mattress up like that. I need you to take it and slide it all the way to the middle, almost next to the wall, and you won't be able to tell when the guards is walking by. I'm going to need you to get on top of your game, motorcycle. You are my connect in the prison to let everybody know that Gbutterfly TV is on and they need to be watching. Oh my God, I am too funny. Laughed at you asking him what the hell he's talking about. I know, because that comment was real crazy. You used to be a CO? Nope. I can't tell you nothing about no jail life, no prison life. I don't know nothing about it. Only thing I know is what I see on TV. Only what I see on TV. And I can just pop that stuff off the top of my head. But I pray to God I never have to go inside of a jail. I don't know nothing about it. Who's that? Linda? Linda, Star Child. You can be assured I don't know nothing about no jail life. Motorcycle say I sound like I watch enough TV. Watching TV and using my imagination, I can put it all together. I can do a whole TV show in the prison based on what I see and what I think. But I'm just over here having a good time. We just be playing around. Y'all know that. You're a Houston Texans fan. You know what? I'm a football fan, and I try to root for the hometown team, but I don't like how they did Coach Lovey. So we're going to see how they're going to do with the new Coach Ryan. Let's see. And then I might go back to being a Texan fan next season. We'll see. Nigerian-born Arinze Marshall, who moved to Houston in 2016, launched a luxury handbag brand in 2020 during the pandemic. He used his free time during the pandemic to start sketching out his designs. Once he found a manufacturer for his designs, he began to see his dream handbag line coming into fruition. He wanted to pay homage to his Nigerian roots and decided to use the hieroglyph of the word king as his handbag logo. He's an Igbo man and says that his language is rarely used nowadays. And he wanted to link back to his ancestry. And this can be found on the Fox 26 website. But I thought it was very interesting because his handbags were very pretty. Now, for the men in the chat, you probably don't care one way or the other. But I was looking at it and I thought his handbags were very pretty. And the little logo that he had on the front was it was different. But again, that sign is, in his language, the hieroglyph of the word king. And I just thought it was really neat. So if you want to see some of his handbags, go to the Fox 26 news site and look up Nigerian-born Arinze Marshall. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I told you, I find stuff everywhere that I find interesting and say, let me talk to my people and see if they think it's interesting. All right, what comes around goes around every single time. I told you karma. Karma, what did I tell y'all last week? I told y'all karma sit just like this and wait, because she going to make her way back around. Oh, now this is one. Do y'all remember me telling, I think it was yesterday or late last week, I talked about a story out of Santa Fe, and we mentioned about the young man who, it might have been yesterday, I mentioned a young man who, again, has been declared incompetent to stand trial for the mass murders he committed at Santa Fe High School in 2018. I talked about that yesterday. Do y'all remember that? I think you really found your calling. You're good at this. Oh, well, thank you. I was just telling my mom today that I feel so comfortable sitting here talking to everybody in the camera. This is just like my own TV show. Santa Fe is about maybe 15 miles east of Galveston, Texas, which is about 40 minutes south of Houston. Let's see. Don't remember that butterfly for president. Ooh, hell, I don't want that job. Permission to come. I'm Jonathan. I'm not really sure what you're talking about. But let me go ahead and tell you why I asked if you remember this story. If you don't remember, let me just give you a quick overview. In 2018, a young man that was going to school, I think he was in 11th grade at Santa Fe High School, he went in and started shooting. He killed 13 people and wounded 10, or he killed 10 and wounded 13. And they were all students and teachers. Well, he pled guilty. I mean, he confessed. Let's just say he confessed to the crimes, but then they said that he was incompetent to stand trial. So from 2018 until now, he's been in a Texas mental institution, and every year when they try to find out if they're going to be able to take him to trial, his doctors say that he's not able to stand trial. And so a judge has to keep signing off on an order to have him reevaluated for another 12 years. Okay, so with that being said, listen at this story. A Santa Fe, Texas woman was arrested after over a Confederate flag dispute. Rosie Yanez is 45. She lives next door to her 80 and 90-year-old parents, and notices that when the neighbor on the opposite side of her parents fly his Confederate flag, it hangs over their yard. She said that she has asked him for years to move the flag toward his side of the fence, but she said he just constantly harasses her when she asks him. She's been asking for years. She says he intentionally flies it on the weekend so that it's seen by everyone. Now, listen at this. On January 28th, Yanez says that it was hanging again over her parents' fence, and she removed the flag without going into the neighbor's property. The Santa Fe police were called, and she was arrested for trespassing and resisting arrest. Now, this is where it gets very interesting. She told reporters that she doesn't have time to deal with him, her parents, and deal with her own life. She is the mother of one of the students killed in the Santa Fe massacre in 2018. The flag owner's brother said that anyone has a right to fly any type of flag that they want. He said if he wanted to hang a flag out of his window that said, "Kiss my ass," he has a right to do so. He said his brother nor anyone else can control the direction of the wind. He also said that they had nothing to do with her being arrested. The Galveston County District Attorney's Office is reviewing the evidence to see if they're going to proceed with any charges. So my question to you, was she wrong for moving the flag? Again, it's a Confederate flag that's blowing, but it's blowing over her parents' backyard. It's been doing it for years. Every time she asks the man to move the flag, he harasses her. She takes it upon herself to move the flag. Now she's been arrested, but she's the mother of one of the children that was killed in 2018. Justin Wagner, I will see both of you ladies later, going to work out, then going to eat. Okay, go ahead. A lot in this amazing and big. You know what? Let me help you. I can help you. I can help you right now. You just got a blessed block, because I think you kind of just going all every which way over here, and we're not having it today. By law, yes, but I feel her. Okay. Anybody else think she should have been arrested? This is my thoughts on it. And when I read it, something stuck out to me and let me know this lady is not doing well at all. When she told the reporter that she doesn't have time to deal with him, her parents, and dealing with her own life. This lady is, I think she's 54 years old, so that's around my age. And her parents are 80 and 90. Thank God she still has both of her parents, but at 80 and 90, she may have to care for them quite a bit. She may have her own life. For whatever reason, this man's Confederate flag bothers her. But when she say, "I have to deal with my own life," this lady has not had any resolve with her child being murdered in 2018. She's probably emotionally, mentally, this lady could be hanging on by a thread, because the person who killed her child continually is not going, the one that killed her child is yearly not going to trial. He's up in the hospital. So can you imagine the pressure, the mental anguish this woman is going through, and then for whatever reason that flag is bothering her? Can y'all imagine that? She is completely overwhelmed. And if you're not from this area, you would have to know Hitchcock is the town that we were told as kids don't be caught at nighttime in Santa Fe. So they kind of let you know who lives in that area. And when I say he has a Confederate flag, that should kind of let you know who she's dealing with. And just based on the last name being Yanez, I can only assume, and I don't know this to be a fact, she could be maybe of Mexican descent, Hispanic descent, possibly. That may be why she don't like the Confederate flag hanging over her parents' backyard. Now, granted, if the man has a flag in his yard, he has every right, like the brother said. And the wind is blowing it. So is it a giant flag and the flag blows in the yard because of the wind? Again, I have to agree with the brother. The brother said they can't control which way the wind blows. So I have to agree with that. Was she wrong for moving his flag? Absolutely she was. Do I think it warrants her going to jail? Not at all. I think that was very extreme. And I do believe that the brother is lying when he said they had nothing to do with her going to jail. How else did the police know that she moved the flag if they didn't call? So how would they know that she moved the flag? And then it said that she was resisting arrest. Was she resisting arrest because this lady is up to here with her stress level, her emotional stuff that she have going on, and she just had just reached her breaking point, and she was adamant she was going to take that flag down. And she, in her mind, she probably thought she was well within her right to do it, and now she's going to jail. So can you imagine all of that going on with that woman? My heart kind of went out to her a little bit. That one sentence when she said, "I cannot worry about him, my parents, and what I have going on in my life." That let me know just that little bit out of everything that I read about this story. That little bit let me know that that lady is totally overwhelmed at her breaking point, and she's ready to. Somebody in there say she snapped. And she absolutely did. And I'm quite sure the neighbor and his brother think it's funny and don't even realize what that lady could be going through. How are you feeling? Are you healing pretty well? Yes, conscious, I am healing. You can see the scar still in my face, but I'm feeling better. I'm not 100%. I will lie if I said that, but I am feeling better. I'm definitely feeling better. Hi, Layla's mom. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm glad you came over. How do you feel when someone doesn't want to date you due to the fact that you have either small children or too many children? Let me know how would you handle that. If you're just coming in, hey, welcome to Gbutterfly TV. I will respect their wishes, okay? Keep pushing. I got both. I understand completely. Okay. MD to keep it moving. Okay, move on. I wouldn't take it personal, but I will move on because they're not for me. Okay, is their loss. Okay. The reason I asked because the video I saw this morning, this lady was actually talking to the men, and she was saying that men needed to stop getting all in their feelings when women don't want to deal with them when they have kids, and she was saying, this particular lady was saying that she had grown kids who had already gone through college, and she didn't want to help nobody raise any more kids. And I say, you know what? I say, I like the fact when people are honest, and that just shows a level of maturity. When you can actually tell somebody what it is that you want and you don't want. If you know that you don't want to deal with somebody who have small kids, you got to tell that up front, and don't keep interacting with them knowing that they got a 5-year-old at home, but you know you really don't want to be bothered with no kids, because you blocking up that person from finding somebody who really want them and their 5-year-old. No pressure, somebody else out there that may be willing. Exactly. But you got to be honest with these people. I know I'll be 54 next month. If I had to start over dating somebody else, I wouldn't want nobody with small kids either. It's also their personal preference as well, and don't take it personal. Exactly. From Lamar, Texas. Hey, Poochie Evans, you right down the road. Right down the road. I'm from Galveston, so I know all about Lamar, Texas City, Hitchcock, Dickinson. Well, I applaud that people need to be honest up front. Yes, they need to be honest up front. Not at all. If I want to deal with little kids, I got 2 little small grandkids, and that's enough for me. I wouldn't even want to. And I don't think a man nor a woman should get mad. Okay, so what about if you have a lot of kids? I know a lot of guys who won't date women who have a lot of kids. And when I say a lot, I mean in more than 2. 3 is too many. I've heard them say in the past. You just not their cup of tea, respectfully. I wouldn't want to make them unhappy or uncomfortable. Exactly, exactly. You have to not only deal with the kids, but the ex and the ex-in-laws. Yep, possibly. This dishonesty is why relationships fail, amongst other things. That's true. And they fail because both people just not working at it. That's one reason too. Both people are just not working at it. You might have one person working more than the other because they are in it for different reasons. Y'all know what I'm drinking? Limeade. I need a product deal with limeade because I'm always drinking it. Can somebody contact HEB and let them know? I love that limeade. Ooh. Let me see. A lot of kids and a lot of different fathers are two different things. Got it. Got it. Mm-hmm. The greatest dishonesty is when we lie to ourselves. Ooh, wait, who is that? Conscious. You said a mouthful right there. Right there. Because a lot of times people will have the truth right in their face but still lie to themselves. That is so true. That is true, true, true. All right, well, we're rocking and rolling. We're going on to our next topic. I just wanted to know, see, this is what we do over here in Gbutterfly. All righty. But I'm just, you know what? I'm fit to go back through the chat. This Pooch Evans, you know somebody else who was from Lamarck was in here a little bit earlier, if she not still in here. Is it Pooch or Poochie Evans? I think, was it Evans? I could be giving you a whole new last name. I'm sorry. Let me see. Yeah, Poochie Evans 446. There was somebody else in here from Lamarck earlier. She might still be in here or she might come back. But she's my friend. I've been knowing her forever and ever and ever. Two children were found 1 year after they were reported missing in Missouri. They were with their mother, Christy Gilly, in a Winn-Dixie grocery store in Florida. A routine vehicle tag indicated that the vehicle owner was a fugitive. She was taken into custody on an out-of-state warrant, and her children were placed in the custody of the Florida Department of Children and Families. They will be released to family members in Missouri. Now, per the Yahoo News, the courts have previously taken the children from Christy. Do you think those kids may need therapy? Because the kids were taken from her, and I'm assuming given to the father. She went and stole the kids, took them to Florida, and been living down there a whole year. And now the police then got them at the Winn-Dixie grocery store and took the kids, put them in child protective service, and they got to wait for the family members to come get them from Missouri. Can you imagine what those kids must be going through? Love the accent. How are you? I'm fine. This is a good southern accent. This is a southern drawl over here. 76 lanes. You just got age question mark. Whose age are you referring to? Mine? Are you asking my age? So do you think the kids may need therapy after going through what they've gone through over the year? Now, doesn't necessarily mean that they've had a rough year. It just means that they were stolen for a year, even though they were stolen by their mom. Age of the kids. They didn't say that. I can only assume they're small kids under the age of 18. But I would think if they were a lot older, I'm thinking they were small kids. Because if they were a lot older, with kids having access to school, teachers, social media, all those things, they would have been able to get back in touch with their dad and family, let them know that the mom has taken them to a different state. So that's why I'm thinking that they were a lot smaller. And I think, and you say it matters, or you saying the age of the children matters. You know what? I agree with you. But I think there's going to be an effect whether those kids are really small or big teenagers. Because they've been taken away. They've been stolen, even though it's by their mom. And then to be in a Winn-Dixie grocery store. And you know what? I'm going to get off topic. But just this past summer, we were in Louisiana at a little small town named Zachary. And Zachary had a Winn-Dixie grocery store. And I'm used to seeing Winn-Dixie stores on different movies. You'll see Winn-Dixie because we don't have that here in Houston. While I'm from Florida and work at a Winn-Dixie. Really? I wish I would have wrote down the little town. Yeah, the lady was in there and the police officers, I guess we were patrolling the area. Now, how they knew to just pick out her tag to run a tag? And is that even legal? That the police officer just ride through a parking lot and run a tag? I thought you were supposed to have some type of movement violation. If it's anybody that's in the police force or know the laws, let me know. But they say that her car was in the parking lot. So if she was in a store, obviously it wasn't a moving violation. If her car was in, if she was in a grocery store. So the police officer said they ran a vehicle tag and found out that she was wanted, that she was a fugitive. And I guess they waited for her to come out of the store with the kids, and she was arrested and sent back to, and she was arrested on an out-of-county warrant, and they took her kids. Depends on how controlling and intimidating the mom is. I've seen that level of manipulation. Okay. I just assume you had to have some kind of moving violation, because that meant a police can go through every neighborhood and check everybody's car to just see who have warrants and just arrest them. I think it might cause them separation anxiety and who knows what else without therapy. Yeah, I think they're going to have some type of therapy, because that's going to affect them on some level. When did this happen? Just recently, I think within the last week or two. Absolutely. Yeah, I think it was in the last week or two. I try to find stories that are current. That way, if you want to go and just run and Google them and look them up yourself, you'll have, it won't take you long to find it. It's very interesting to me because I'm a huge Wendy Williams fan. I used to watch and tape her show every single day for years. I really liked Wendy Williams' laid back persona on TV. Yes, that's traumatic. Yeah, it definitely is. So, Wendy Williams' ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, has been denied by a judge his request to have his alimony payments reinstated. Wendy's finances are now being overseen by a guardian. The judge ruled that Kevin's petition was non-emergent and his case was dismissed without prejudice. Without prejudice means he can file a new case with he can file in court the same case. With prejudice, if that was the case, means that the case can never go back to trial, just in case you didn't know. So he's able to go back to court with this. The judge said that Kevin can still take his case to mediation. Kevin is fighting to have his payments resumed and has stated per the U.S. Sun that he is broke. He said the alimony payments stopped in February of 2022. My best friend's father is a cop, and he said that he run plates while behind vehicles at stoplights. But at stoplights, meaning they will still be moving, you know what I mean? But just to have a car just parked and you just run the plates. But like I say, I'm not in law enforcement, so I don't know anything about that. Said he disliked who? Wendy Williams? Sounds like he needs a job. Yeah, it sounds like he does. Yes, it does. So my question to you in the chat, do you think that Wendy should still be responsible for paying him alimony? And if you don't know the backstory, Wendy Williams and her husband has been married for many years. He was her manager. I think he was the executive producer of her Wendy Williams show. However, while he was married to her, he had a full relationship with a lady named Sharina on the side. And at the time when Wendy took sick and started falling out on her show, that's when he got Sharina pregnant. And Sharina had a baby girl. Once the baby girl was born, it seemed like Wendy Williams even went to more of a spiral. And then she and Kevin got married. Kevin moved in with Sharina, and they were raising their child together. And Wendy also found out that Kevin had rented a house right around the corner from their mansion for him and Sharina to have. So do you think she should still pay him alimony? More money from her? He needs a job. Wait. He waited until she not in her right mind to try to get more money from her. He need a job. Okay. Absolutely need a job. Cops do what they want. They stop me from walking in, ask for ID. Wow. I don't really keep up with her, but that's what I know. I don't care too much for her platform. Okay. I think it's because he cheated that he shouldn't get a dime. Yes, you should. Okay. Now, some of you who say, okay, the person who said he shouldn't get a dime, would you feel the same way if it was the woman and the shoe was and the whole scenario was flipped around? And the husband was the one who made all of the money, and now the woman is gone. Do you still feel like the woman shouldn't get any money? Because even by her own admission, he helped to build her career to what it was. Now, she was the talent. Don't get me wrong. She was the talent, but he was the manager and helped navigate her career to where she ultimately was before she took sick and had to go off TV. Do you think he should have gotten everything negotiated and got it all when the divorce was final? I think he knew that he wasn't going to be working, and he wanted those payments to keep rolling out. But I also read somewhere that in their divorce that there was a clause that said that he only would receive alimony if she was still getting paid from the show that he was associated with, which was the Wendy Williams show. The Wendy Williams show cut off all of her funds, all of her payments from the show February of 2022. So if the show stopped paying Wendy, his alimony should stop, because now he's gotten all the money he was going to get from the show that he was helping her when he was a manager. She no longer is making money from any of that. So I wonder, was all this by design? And I wonder if Wendy just trying to wait him out so that she can have all her money to herself. Let's see, what does the chat say? Let's see what the chat's saying. Yes, yes, if she cheated, I do. Okay. He don't deserve 1 red cent. If they had small kids, I would feel differently. Actually, their son is probably a junior or senior in college right now. They only have one child together. And he had a baby on her, shaking my head. He needs to grow up. Women cheat often and they still get the benefits of a divorce, to be fair. They do. I just wanted to ask, if it was flipped around, what did y'all think about it? I'm all for being fair. You know, some people were like, well, she's a woman, she's this, that, and the third. No, we all human beings. What's good for one is good for the other. Now, do I think Wendy Williams should still be paying her husband? My own opinion is, I think if her divorce agreement said that she's supposed to still pay him, who's ever over her conservator or whoever it is, should continue to pay him as long as it's within the confines of what that agreement says. And if it's not, then his payments are over. But my thing is, what man wouldn't go and work and you got a whole nother family and a baby and everything on this side? When he left Wendy, why didn't he find him another managing job or something to try to keep his lifestyle the way that it was? He had to have known that that gravy train with Wendy was going to eventually stop. So now he's going to court. And also he said that he's broke and he has HOA fees and all these type things, and he's unable to pay all of those bills. So I'm like, well, I wonder what is Sharina doing? Because before he actually got with her full time, now he was cheating with her for over 10 years. But before he got with her full time, she was a masseuse. She was a masseuse. So she can't go massage on somebody for a while to make them some money? I'm not understanding it. I think it's a lot more to that story than what they're actually saying. He's a user. Maybe so. I don't know. He might be. But I just think if within the guidelines of their agreement, if she still owes, she needs to pay. But if it's not, hey, brother, you better make it do what it do. However you gonna make it do. You got a whole family to take care of. So I just think he should have been trying to get him a job anyway, as a full-grown man with a family. He loved the benefits. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. But like I say, I think that gravy train then just about ran out for him. I didn't watch the Grammys, but I saw a snippet on the news today, and I want y'all to tell me, did any of you see Madonna on the Grammys? She was standing up giving some kind of speech or something. Did anybody see Madonna? Because when I saw that picture of her, I was like, oh my God. She didn't do too much to her face. She looked like a totally different person that I almost didn't recognize her. And I always thought that Madonna was a pretty woman. I always thought she was. I think she's up in her 60s now. But she didn't had so much stuff done to her face and the cheek thing. She looked a hot mess. Anybody saw that on the Grammys? And tell me what y'all think about how Madonna look now. That's if you're old enough to remember what she used to look like. She was real popular back in the day, like in the 80s maybe. 80s, early 90s. Anybody saw, and if you haven't seen Madonna picture, if you didn't see Madonna on the Grammys, Google her right now and look at what her face looked like. Put Madonna Grammys and watch that picture that come up. So nobody saw Madonna. Nobody saw Madonna. Yes. She has done way too much. She was a beautiful girl. Yes, she was. Madonna was very pretty. You haven't seen it, Google it. Just put Madonna and Grammys and look at how she looked. Awful. Even that hairstyle, I'm like, who in the hell styled her for that Grammy? She looked awful. I don't know if her face was swollen, but it looked like she had too much of something done to it. It looked like she had too much. I thought she kept herself up pretty well until these drastic changes. And you know it, and it's lately, like within the last maybe 5-6 years, it's like she didn't, I don't know. These last couple of years, she done did something to her face. I think she done got a big fake butt put on too, if I'm not mistaken. She definitely looks like something. Yeah, she looks like something. But I need to Google. But I think she put a fake butt on too. And I think they showed a video where she was trying to crawl and pop her butt in the air, and people were like repulsed by it because she's an older woman. And I'm like, Lord Jesus, what is going on? But I was like, okay, Madonna. Somebody said yes, a big fake one. I thought so. I thought I saw something about that on the news. She doesn't look like herself. No, she doesn't. Conscious. She doesn't look like herself at all. And like I said, I used to think Madonna was a very attractive lady. She always was real stylish, a little eccentric, but real stylish nonetheless. But I'm like, I don't know what she maybe she going through something. It's possible she going through something. I don't know. I don't know. And you know what? She's an older entertainer. Maybe she feel like she need to do all of these things and try to compete with these younger entertainers. I don't. Hey, how you doing? I sent you a message earlier. Did you get it? Check your Instagram. Alrighty, Rebecca Lee Crumpler was born in Delaware in 1831 and was raised by her aunt, whom she witnessed taking care of sick neighbors. She was inspired by her aunt and began working as a nurse in Charlestown in 1852. She was encouraged by doctors that she worked with for 8 years who were impressed with her abilities as a nurse to apply to medical school. In 1860, Rebecca began medical school at the New England Female Medical College. The school was the first to train female doctors per the Harvard University School of Arts and Sciences website. She graduated in 1864 as the first black woman to receive a MD in the United States. She began her practice treating mostly women and children in the Boston area. She moved to Richmond, Virginia, and worked with the Freedmen's Bureau to provide health care to recently freed slaves and other poor citizens. She faced sexism and racism so much that local pharmacies would not fill her patients' prescriptions and local hospitals would not allow her to admit them. She moved back to Boston and treated patients out of her home in the predominantly black neighborhood of Beacon Hill. She provided care for women and children regardless of their abilities to pay. She broke barriers while facing many challenges for women of color in medicine. In 1883, she published A Book of Medical Disclosures, making her one of the first African American women to publish a medical book. And that is your Black History Fact over here on Gbutterfly TV. So, had anyone heard of Miss Rebecca Lee Crumpler? Anyone heard of her before? Believe it or not, I hadn't heard of her until today when I was online doing all my research trying to find, because I could have easily picked something that everybody has already heard before. So I really just was trying to scour the internet to see what I can find. And I'm like, I've never heard of her. So I'm probably not the only person. So I chose to use her as my Black History fact today. No, okay. So I'm glad nobody heard about it. So you learned something over here today. We talked about her in church on Sunday. Really? Wow, what a coincidence. How beautiful can you be, my Valentine date? Sorry, I already got one. So thank you everybody who came over here to Gbutterfly TV today. We'll be back tomorrow. Same around 7:15, 7:30ish. Just make sure you have your notifications on so that when I go live, you'll get a notification and you can come right on over. I thank everybody who stayed here the entire time. Hope you had a great time. Tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody that Gbutterfly gonna be going on every single day, and you need to come on back because we have a good time over here. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. And just remember, please do not be out there drinking and driving. Bye.